Good morning, and here we are. Welcome to week 55 of Living with Alzheimer's, my weekly video. This week, I want to talk a little bit about personal routine, dementia and personal routine. And it's something that I've come to realise is very, very beneficial, and I want to try and share this a little bit with you today. When I was first diagnosed, as you all know, I got into, as most people do, I believe, into a bit of a depression, really, for the first year or so. And my personal routine became non-existent. And I come to realise after a period of time that that was not a good thing. And I changed that, and that made me feel better, and that made me feel as though I'd achieved more. Now basically, what it basically boils down to is me personally. I have a routine which I think is good for somebody in my condition. And I suppose one of the best ways to explain this in a funny sort of way is as if, I suppose, when you get in your car, every time you get in the car, you put the seatbelt on. And it's something that doesn't feel right if you don't do it. So it's a routine that you do, and something that is etched into your mind. Now, somebody like me with dementia and memory issues, I get in a car and the first thing I do is put a seatbelt on. Most of the time. I might be prompted every now and again, but most of the time I put that seatbelt on. It's etched into my memory. Now, I believe that when we are first diagnosed, in the early stages of having this condition, if we get ourselves into a personal routine, by the time we get to different stages in this condition, that routine is etched into our minds. And that continues through a longer period of time. And I think I'm right in saying that. Now, when I say personal routine, I mean personal hygiene, for one thing, but also shaving, cleaning teeth. I shower every day. I do things not at a certain time as such, but a certain time of day. So I'll have a shower every day. I'll clean my teeth twice a day, and I'll shave every single morning. I make sure that, my hair is cut fairly regular. Well, my daughter's a hairdresser, so I can't not have that done. But this routine is part of coping with dementia. It's part of still having your old self back, still achieving. Every morning when I get up, to give you an example, the first thing I always do is I make the bed. Every single morning. That's the very first job. I never forget to make the bed. I do it every morning. It's something that I've done for many years. It's the first achievement of the day. Now, it might be small, but it is an achievement. That's the key thing to all of this. Having a shower, having a shave, it's all achievements. And these are things that I believe, like I say, need to be ingrained into our memories in the earlier stages of dementia. If you sort of look well and you feel well, then I believe that has a greater impact and can stave the condition away a little easier. It can make life better. It can make you feel better, and that's part of the key. This depression and this business of not shaving and getting into this, this bad routine is not good for A, the people around us, and B, for us as well. You want people to say, "Oh, you look so well." Everybody likes to hear that. It makes you puff your chest out a little bit, and you think, yeah, you know what, I'm doing okay. And that's all part of battling dementia. Now, when I was first diagnosed, I often heard people say they battle against dementia. I never thought that I would have a me and it scenario. I just thought that I would live my life the best that I could. But in actual fact, it does become a little bit of a constant battle. It becomes, in my own mind, as I've said before, Peter 1, Alzheimer's 0. It does become that daily battle of not letting dementia rule you or win. And by having a personal routine, that gives me the edge for the rest of the day. That gives me that little bit of, I don't know, that little bit of oomph forward that I need to continue and do things throughout the day. Now, as the day wears on, I get very tired, as we all do with this condition, and things change over a period of time. And okay, I might forget that I've had a shave, but as soon as, did I have a shave? Yes, of course I did. I did it when I always do it in the morning. I'd done that routine. Getting out of that routine is very bad. Keeping in the routine is a lot easier than coming out of it and getting back in it again, I feel. And I suppose that's sort of today's video, really. It's the benefits of routine. And I know that some people get so that they, okay, I'm not saying wear your best suit in the garden, but keeping a personal appearance level of you know, up there somewhere is so beneficial. And I'm a great believer in that if you help your body and if you feel good and you look good, the bottom bit will certainly help the top bit. And yeah, that's what it's all about. Do you know something that actually now has just now sprung to mind? And this is something I'm going to throw in here today. Some time ago, I was probably about a year ago, I think. I was very unwell with a man cold. Oh, it was the worst cold in England. Oh, you guys have never had a cold like it. I tell you, it was awful. And I went for a few days where I didn't shave, and you know how it is when you feel unwell. You know, the world can collapse around you, and it just doesn't matter. Nothing matters. You're just unwell, and it's awful. And for a few days I didn't shave, and I probably didn't shower, and when I felt better, I looked in the mirror and I thought, oh God, look at the state of you, man. And it was so good to have a shave and have a shower and be myself again, be what I was. And that's something that I feel is essential to carry through during this journey of dementia. Now, I don't know whether today has told you anything, really, if I'm honest. It was just something that all of a sudden I sat down and I thought, boom, that's something that I've got to tell people. It might inspire somebody else who was maybe not really looking after themselves as well as they should. Because, yes, dementia is a terrible disease. And, you know, it's up to doctors and things to help us and to give us medication. But we are also, I believe, responsible for ourselves to a certain degree. It is also up to us as individuals to help ourselves. And that is so very, very important, because helping ourselves helps so many others around us. And it is good to be able to achieve on your own platform, your own merits. So, yeah, we are responsible for ourselves to a degree. I do believe that, and I think that it's not up to everybody else. Certain elements of this are up to us. So, yeah. So that's this week's video, really. God, it's gone quick. 8, 9 minutes, and it just happened just like that. Unbelievable. Oh, by the way, before I forget, and that's something you don't hear someone say with dementia very often, the challenge, how much we're going to give to Young Dementia UK. Money is still coming in. It's unbelievable. I think we're going to be around about the £4,500 mark. We still haven't had the final count up because it's still happening. There's still checks coming in and all sorts. So yeah. So that's what we're predicting. So I think actually, I believe that after looking at last week's video, I said that I was going to give you an update this week with what we were going to be able to donate to the charity, but it's going to be more than I thought. So I'm just going to let it go one more week before we make the final figure, because it's no good us toodling down with all these checks and things, and then there's another £500 or whatever comes in. So yeah, I can't thank you enough for donating. It really means so much. Well, as always, have a wonderful weekend. It still looks to be set fair here in Suffolk, and we could really desperately do some rain, but there we go. Have a wonderful week, and I shall be here again next week with another topic about dementia, all being well, and I'm sure it will be. Thank you so much for listening. Bye-bye.